A lot of people would talk about how there really wasn't a TikTok ban, that it went into effect and disappeared a few hours later, 10 hours, and that everything's fine now. Well, that is not the case, and people are missing everything that's going on. First of all, the TikTok ban that you saw from TikTok was not the ban. That was TikTok shutting down voluntarily just because they're trying to make a point about what it would be like when TikTok goes away. Is TikTok banned in the US? Yes, it absolutely is. Nothing has changed. But Trump said, doesn't matter. He didn't affect anything. He didn't do anything. Smoke and mirrors. He wanted to get your attention. He wanted to trick you. He did. TikTok wanted to do the same thing for a completely different reason. They did. All this is misleading. The ban in the US, first of all, let's be real clear. It was passed into law. It was approved by the Supreme Court. It was signed by Biden. It happened, and it went into effect on the 19th. And if you don't believe me, go to your app store. If you're an American, or even if you're living abroad, go to the app store in your iPhone or in your Android and go see if you can update or download TikTok, and you'll be met with a notice that it has been banned. That is what the ban was, is to stop you from having reasonable access to it. Further measures may be taken to make it more difficult to get to TikTok in the future. This is the really big one. This is the one with all the fines on it. Everything that Trump talked about, everything that TikTok talked about, those are smoke and mirrors, because they know people aren't paying attention to the news and don't understand how the app stores work and don't understand how the app will stop working over time. So because of that, they're trying to get your attention. Trump is trying to do one thing, TikTok is trying to do another, but none of them are telling you the straight up truth, which is just really straightforward, that everything that the government said has happened, is happening, is not changed. Yes, there is a 90-day stay of penalties by Trump in theory, but it's only a promise. He doesn't have to keep that promise. We don't know how that would play out, but it doesn't matter because the people who would be fined are participating in the ban already. So while you can still access it and you think that that means you're not banned, that is not what it means. You have already been banned from getting the TikTok updates and new installations. So if you switch phones, you need new features, or just things change over time, your TikTok is slowly going to stop working. It's a phase out. It's an attrition-based ban. It is well in place, well underway, and nothing has changed. So for all of you who are thinking that somehow your freedom of speech was protected, the only thing that was protected was the freedom to lie to you and con you. That's exactly what happened. The ban is in place. TikTok is going away. You need to figure something out. And other companies got a very clear message that if they don't do what the government wants them to do, they can be shut down at any time. So if they give you news the government doesn't want you to hear, if they skew in a direction the government doesn't want them to go, if they offer an open platform for free speech, you better believe they know the government has them on the chopping block and has tools that Americans clearly don't understand that allow them to silence them with no one noticing.